Welcome in, everyone. Cassie Soto here with you after the Raiders-Jaguars Hall of Fame game, which unofficially kicked off the 103rd NFL season. The Raiders coming away with a 27-11 win under new head coach Josh McDaniels. Joining us now to give us his fast takes on the game is sports columnist for the Las Vegas Review-Journal, Sam Gordon. Sam, the rain made us wait a little bit longer, but we finally got to see some real-life football on Thursday night, albeit a pre-preseason game, really, Sam. What were your biggest takeaways from the Raiders' performance on Thursday night?
Yeah, Cass. Well, first and foremost, a win is a win, right? Obviously, that conclusion doesn't mean much. I'm not saying it matters for how things are going to go, but it's good to start the preseason if you're the Raiders on the right foot, and that was with a pretty decisive win. I thought overall the offensive line played well in the running game, 33 carries, 159 yards, and then you saw some of the struggles in the passing game with both Brandon Parker and Alex Leatherwood. So Brandon Parker, of course, getting the nod at left tackle without Colt Miller makes sense why he's not playing. But it would seem that there's still a lot of competition on the offensive line and a lot of things to still iron out. Defensively, I think the Raiders played just about as well as you possibly could have. Malcolm Kuntz made a couple plays. I thought the defense looked fast. It looked cohesive, and you're going to be able to tell that this is a versatile unit. So all things considered, not much at stake. We didn't see a lot of the Raiders' top players for understandable reasons, but all in all, the preseason is underway, and you got a little bit of a taste of some of the competitions and what we're going to see throughout the rest of the preseason.
Well, again, Sam, I don't want to over-exaggerate, the talents that we saw on the field, but there were some good talents displayed during this Hall of Fame game and preseason game again. Who do you think made a case for themselves that they deserve a spot on this Raiders roster?
Yeah, Kaz, how about Tyron Johnson, right? He's had an impressive training camp so far. I think there's still some competition there at the back end of the receiving core, and he's been a guy throughout the course of training camp that's made plays on the perimeter, and you saw a little bit of what he could do tonight. 2 catches for 39 yards, but of course almost made the big play down at the goal line, and just somebody that I think gives you some size and gives you some speed on the edge and kind of rounds out what you already have, what you know you're going to have in the receiving core as it is. So he's had an impressive training camp and has certainly made a case so far. A long way to go, but he's off to a strong start with his preseason, but based on his performance tonight.
Josh McDaniels made the homecoming to Canton. That was obviously a big storyline. What did you think of this Raiders' first-year head coach here and his performance, his debut in the silver and black?
Yeah, Cass. I mean, he's off to a winning start. And I think, again, not a ton to draw from, but what a cool moment for him, first and foremost. He gets to go home and kind of has this moment now in his second stint as an NFL head coach. So kind of a special way for him and certainly for the team to be out there, to be at the Hall of Fame, to have the chance to experience Canton, doing some team building there. So that I think you have to credit that in terms of getting off to a strong start. But beyond that, I thought, Cass, one thing that was interesting was that he elected to play Josh Jacobs a little bit. That's one thing we didn't get to early on, a starter or a presumed starter that I didn't necessarily expect to see. And he got a little bit of work today. We know this is a big year for him, a contract year. He's playing for a contract extension or perhaps a new contract elsewhere. And then just in general, how much the Raiders utilize the running game. We've seen throughout the course of McDaniel's tenure in New England, they haven't been afraid to go run heavy. And that was a run heavy offense last year. I'm not suggesting that's going to be the case this year, but you can believe that they're going to focus on being able to run the ball, certainly situationally, and be better at it this year than they were last year. I think you saw a little bit of that tonight for Josh McDaniels in his Raiders coaching debut.
Yeah, there you have it. Once again, the Raiders coming away with a win in this Hall of Fame game, 27-11 over the Jacksonville Jaguars. Our crew, Heidi Fang and Vinny Bonsignor, are in Canton, so they will bring us some more info from the Hall of Fame and from the Tom Benson Stadium. For more Raiders news, be sure to check out vegasnation.com. For Sam Gordon, I'm Cassie Soto. Thank you so much for watching.